Moon and Aries. So we feeling, and of course, we're very instinctive when it comes to our impulses. So we may basically be doing things and reacting without even thinking during this time. Might be too impulsive, might impulse your way in some pussy. So be very cautious and very aware. Also, the sun is still in Scorpio, so basically be very determined and passionate towards impulsive matters. And of course, there's going to be some misunderstandings during this time, which you want to feel the need to basically take charge, but your actions, your sun is saying, wait, hold on. Try to absorb yourself into the situation before you basically punish yourself. So yeah, it's very Martian-like. Also, the moon actually sleep in this perspective. With the Aries, the moon is asleep here, so it's kind of like knocked out right now. So you can also experience a full moon circumstance situation. Of course, you're gonna also experience a full extreme when the moon get into Taurus, because of course the moon exalts Taurus, and of course it loves being here. It loves to basically eat all the grapes, eat all the franks, eat all the hot dogs and all the glizzies. So be careful. Try not to eat too much glizzies, because you can have a full moon glizzy. Period. So wherever you got Aries at in your charts and the houses, we're gonna do the houses, and of course we're gonna wrap this up for me. And yeah, and this wherever you got it in your house, you need to get real deep and selfish in that area. And of course, that plays out into the perspective of the Aries moon. And of course, who else got an Aries moon? Travis Scott. So we can't. You already know how that played out. For me, I don't care. I ain't worried about who took the stage or who fell on the floor. We're gonna basically keep this shit flowing. We're gonna keep this party going and keep this shit crunking. So of course, in this positioning, wherever you have Aries in this house, you need to get selfish. And of course, you need to get real deep and personal in this area. And of course, you need to put yourself into a circumstance situation of go hard or go home. Now, if you got this Aries, you got the Aries first house right here. This is basically getting real deep and selfish when it comes to your personal needs. And of course, you're going to be into a circumstance situation of feeling the need to get selfish in this area when it comes to your personal endeavors, personal references, or personal issues. Also, if you plant the bad seeds when the moon was in Pisces, you're going to experience issues with other people, places, and things that you relate to. And of course, wherever you got Chiron at in Aries, because also Chiron is an Aries, so all Aries, Sun, Moon, ascendances, or everybody in general can be experiencing some trauma when it comes to the endeavors and things of that matter. So also, if you have Aries in the first house or you're the Aries ascendant, you're going to put yourself into a circumstance situation of dealing with trauma, with personal trauma. Or you can experience this with a person, place, or thing that you're basically into cahoots with. Now also, wherever you got Chiron in your house, you need to take care of these areas, heal these wounds. This way, this wound won't basically make its way towards Taurus. Because of course, you already got Uranus and Taurus. You don't want no more wounds. So be aware of that, patch that up. Also, second house, you're going to put yourself into a situation of deeply valuing illusions. And of course, this puts you into a situation where you need to be selfish when it comes to your endeavors or the things that you're valuing. Watch for secrets and guilt during this times, because you may basically overindulge and value too much. And of course, this may make you feel very uncoherent or inconvincible in this perspective. So be aware of that. And of course, watch out for valuing too much of other people's shit. I mean, you need to value your shit, or you know that. Also, if you got Aries in the third house, you're going to experience some shit where you need to get deeply selfish towards your environment or your friends. Also, you can develop enemies in this area, depending on how you're moving, or if you're planting bad seeds. So you're going to develop an enemy, a friend, or somebody and shit. Try to be careful with your words when you're expressing this or talking to your people, places, and things. And you're going to experience trauma when it comes to your experiences in general. Feel me? You're going to experience some trauma when it comes to how you travel, how you get around, if you're planting bad seeds. Or if you got, wherever you got Chiron in that house, you need to take care of that issue if you're planting bad seeds. If you're planting good seeds, you still may have to basically take care of an issue too. Feel me? Also, if you got Aries in the fourth house, you're going to put yourself into a situation of you going through a transformation, or you can experience selfishness when it comes to home, family, or privacy. But of course, you need to get deeply selfish into these areas too. Also, you're going to feel the need to basically you probably experience a whole lot of detachment when it comes to home, family, or parents in general, and shit like that. You're gonna experience some trauma when it comes to your status, your goals, and your career if you plant the bad seeds, or that can go through a transformation during time. And of course, it's gonna come from the public's eye or the public image and shit. Also, if you have Aries, and oh yeah, Aries gonna you got Aries in the 5th house, you're gonna experience deep expressions when it comes to your talents and gifts, and of course traits. Try to get selfish into this area. Try to express yourself too in this area too. Feel me? Your gifts or your talents and shit like that. You're gonna go to the extremes here in this area too. Also, watch for the public. Watch for, like, unknown shit, circumstance, situations can pop up. Feel me? Trauma from the public can pop up. Feel me? So if you got Aries in the 5th house, watch out for, like, the public or the unknown and shit. So something gonna take place in that area too. So be careful of that, and make sure you plant good seeds. Also, if you got this in your 6th house, you're gonna be put into a circumstance situation of getting deeply passionate or thinking deeply about your routines or overthinking about these things, and of course expressing these things. Try to watch out for incompatibility in other people's when it comes to your routine. You need to get selfish in your routine. Stop applying or insisting other people to basically get into your routine. Try to be more selfish and work on your tasks and goals and shit, and be practical, and you'll be out in this area too. Also, you're gonna experience some trauma when it comes to your dreams and of course your imagination if you plant the bad seeds. But of course, even if you did plant the good seeds, you need to basically make sure you're taking care of your wounds if you got the same 6th house. 7th house, it don't like being here, so you may experience some full moon circumstance situation when it comes to your relationships, partnerships, or whoever basically cahoots with. This is gonna put you into a circumstance situation of relating deeply to selfish needs or experience selfish needs. You basically may put yourself into a situation of getting too relatable with individuals and shit. Try to be a little bit more selfish. Try to, like, detach a little bit right there, from a partner or a person or a thing. Try to be a little bit selfish with what you're acquiring or how you're relating. Relate selfishly during this time. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Also, you're gonna experience trauma from your personal issues or personal life in general. That's where you're gonna experience the trauma or selfish, or you're gonna experience selfish individuals during this time. But if you plant bad seeds. 8th house, you're gonna be going through a circumstance situation when it comes to deep selfishness when it comes to your secrets. Also, watch for circumstances and situations of this position right here. Feel me? Because you can basically overthink deeply about your desires and your needs and shit like that. What you basically need to do, you need to value your own shit. Feel me? You need to be more organizing and cater towards things that you want to basically get into cahoots with. And that's predicated to, like, watch out for, like, in this area, watch out for the things you value, and whether it's a person, place, or thing, they can pop up in your life and shit. Feel me? They may basically be trying to value or get selfish with you and shit, or selfish with your secrets. Try to keep your secrets hidden during this time. Be selfish. Be selfish. Don't stay down till you come up to the moon, get into Taurus. You're gonna be alright. When your ninth house would be in your ninth house would be in a Libra. You're gonna experience relationships on the good terms when it comes to the moon and Taurus. Also, if you got Aries in the 9th house, you're gonna be in a circumstance situation again deeply selfish towards deeply selfish towards your experiences and your morals and of course your philosophies. This is gonna put you into a circumstance situation of developing individuals that may basically not be cahoots with your experiences or your morals and your principles. Other individuals may basically oppose or rebel against you just because you basically may be putting yourself into a situation of basically dramatically expressing yourself or being center stage of not wanting to basically allow others to get their points of references. So you can be very fiery in this position too. But try to be careful from trying not to bump too much heads. Also, you're going to experience trauma when it comes to your environment, friends, or whoever you associate yourself with. Also, with this position right here, you're going to have Scorpio in the 10th house. So having Scorpio in the 10th house, this is putting you into a circumstance situation of getting deeply selfish with your status and your goals, of course, your career. Also, in this position, you can experience a transformation in your career or your goals or coming from home, family, and shit like that. you're going to experience the trauma in that area. What you need to basically do, be brave, be big, and of course, follow your heart. And of course, be selfish towards your status, your goals, and career. Family, home, or other shit may basically be turning you off your perspective. Don't allow that. Also, 11th house, you need to get deeply selfish with your groups, your association, or your public. Think big, feel me? Because you could be all over the place. You may be putting yourself in a situation developing too many friends, too many individuals, or too many personas. Also, you're going to experience trauma when it comes to your creativity, your expressions, or your talents. If you're playing the bad seats, you can experience some trauma in this position. I think you got Chiron in the 5th house, if I ain't mistaken. For whoever for this individual, if I ain't mistaken. Also, last but not least, Pisces. Now, you're going to experience deeply, you're going to be going to experience, you're going to be, what you need to do, you need to express yourself deeply towards your dreams, your imagination, of course, things that you cater to, and of course, fantasies. You're gonna go through some changes here too, because other individuals is gonna come fuck with you when it comes to your 6th house. Things you're paying attention to or your routine. Individuals may throw you off in this area. Individuals may try to like block you or take you away from your perspective. You ever got yourself into a situation when you get creative, when you get towards your creative endeavors, but individuals could basically keep popping up into this area and basically throwing you off this perspective. This is what you're gonna basically be experiencing in this area. Try not to allow individuals to basically take you off your task. Feel me? Value your secrets. Feel me? Value your imagination and get selfish in that area. Even if you gotta close doors and basically put yourself into a situation of opposing individuals, this is what you need to do. Also, with this positioning right here, you also need to put yourself into a situation of developing your own dreams, your own imagination and shit. Because of course you're going to changes during this time. The Taurus ascendant. So yeah, you're gonna be good in this area if you get selfish towards your dreams and not cater towards other people or let other individuals step on you and walk on your heart. And you'll be in this position. And that's how it is. That's how it's gonna be. Y'all be safe. Much love.